Welcome to Your Miracle Resource. I'm so excited to introduce you to our guest, Lynne Green. I met her and was so impressed with how she mentors people, how she communicates with people, how she helps people. And so I've asked her to join us today to talk about her miracle resource that will inspire you thinking about your miracle resource. So Lynne, when did you know that gift that you've been given, that talent that you have, you probably had it even as a child. What's your miracle resource and when did you know that?
Well, first of all, Catherine, I want to thank you for inviting me here and, looking at my story and my career from a perspective of a miracle resource. I think that's so clever, and it's always important to reflect back on your experience to really know where you've come from and where you're going. So, in doing some thinking, I found that my miracle resource has been to embrace change and to create the outcomes that I want in my life.
And that's brave because embracing change is not always easy as things change. And I've watched you over the years in your career and I'm so impressed because you've done so many things and you've mentored so many people. So you knew that, but then what was maybe a transition point? I know you and I have talked a lot about when you started your business. Tell us about that.
Yes. Well, the first moment that I knew that I needed to embrace change was pretty much right out of college.
Really?
I was in my first career and it was an amazing opportunity, but I was ready to hit that home run right away. And I was, I guess, frustrated or confused why customer A wasn't responding like the textbook. So I really had to get into the real world of business and find that the key to success isn't about hitting that home run, but it's about being consistent and working hard day in and day out and letting those results shine for you. So that was really kind of a platform and a catalyst for my success in business. I had a long time career before my husband and I decided to start a family. And that was a huge crossroads for me on how I was going to figure out my work and life balance when I really wanted to place my kids first.
And it's tough because with career, you want to place your family first, but you had to find that balance. And I look at how many people you've helped. You've had so many people who have wanted to work from home, wanted to be able to connect to people, but do it on their timeline. And I like how you said when you were in college, you really wanted to hit that home run. But for our audience, the consistency, and we people are listening on podcasts and watching us live, the key for all of us is consistency because it's sticking with it, but also not giving up on that dream. So that dream led you to your business. Tell us about that.
Absolutely. So, it was time to really start thinking out of the box. I've always loved my career. But I really needed more flexibility in my schedule. My husband and I decided our roles, and I was the primary caretaker for our children. So, I had to really rethink what my career was going to look like. And so after, some trial and error, I guess, my journey led me to a business called Rodan and Fields. That was about 9 years ago.
9 years it has been.
Yes,
wow.
Yeah, it was really at the start up of a lot of changes in technology, the social media influence coming into play in how people are making buying decisions, the shift from corporations to individuals when it comes to terms of influence. I mean, now today we see so many influencers on Instagram. It's kind of crazy.
It really is. It's interesting. Yeah. And the product is amazing. I've used the product myself. Amazing. Yes. Your skin is beautiful.
Thank you
Actually,
so much.
I'm going to ask them to take a shot on you because your skin is so gorgeous. And when you look at so many women who came to you and men and said, I'm just frustrated. I really want to work from home. I want to do this product. And you've, as a mentor, because that's something that you specialize in, you've been able to really bond your team. I mean, how many people have you had, Max, on your team that you've trained? I mean, you've brought a lot of people in this business.
I have. Thank you for that. And I've onboarded as many as 50 people
Wow.
directly onto my team,
Wow.
which has been super fun. And I've met them through all different aspects of life too. So it's been a pure joy, really, to connect with the right people who are looking either to solve a problem, get out of some debt, or looking for more flexibility, or they're just looking for a new opportunity that gives them a little more passion and purpose in their life.
And watching you and meeting the people who work with you, I just feel like you've formed a really good team, but you've also formed, I'm not going to say the word sisterhood, but it really is that kind of, you have each other's back, you help each other, you communicate. And I know that you as well are a great trainer, you're a great speaker. So for future someday, I'd love to see you out doing more training and doing more speaking. Do you feel like that's a direction that you do want to take? Like, what's the future look like for you?
Oh, that's an awesome question and perfect timing. I started my business when my kids were second graders. Right. And I've really been able to fulfill that vision that I had to be available for them, have a rewarding and successful career, and place them first, but also continue to grow. I have something at the end of the day that I've built and grown, and I can turn it up or down however I wish in this next chapter as my kids are seniors, wow, graduating from high school and then moving on to college. And, the joy is also that I get to explore new opportunities. And I have to say, I love coaching and training.
And you're great at it. So let's talk about the word residual, because you have built a business that, again, you'll have residual income. And when we look at that for entrepreneurs, that's so important. There are people who believe you need to have 7 revenue streams. So you have some people who work full time and they work with you as well. You have some people that just do the product. You have some people who they sell to their family only. They can do it anyway, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
Good.
I love to work with people and help them understand what their goals are, why they decided to join this business.
And let's show some of the product, because we have a tight shot on it right now.
Oh,
it's
great.
Beautiful.
Awesome. Yeah. These are some of our newest innovations. So I brought them along straight from our convention in Dallas a couple of weeks ago. Some great new products that really target our millennial audience with routines that keep their skin looking good and healthy, even before they're aging, I guess.
And I love the branding. It's so clean. Like when I've used your
beautiful.
products, I trust them. Very healthy.
Thank you. Yes. Yeah, I love our positioning that it's medical baseline. We focus on real results. And I love looking at the before and after pictures that we post that really demonstrate what the products can do for others.
And Lynne, I have to ask you, you are a great coach, you're a great mentor. There are people who are struggling with their sales. They need to talk to you. They can reach out to you on your Facebook page, correct?
Absolutely.
And any
For
question,
sure.
You're open to that? Our guests usually say they're open to that. And why it matters so much is because some people, they really want to do better in sales, but they also know that they need the coaching, they need the training. And you're available for that.
Yes,
Okay,
absolutely.
so they should reach out to your Lynne Green Facebook page?
Yeah, my personal Facebook page is the best, and I can connect people to maybe some other pages that I support. I think that, I come from a background in corporate America where I was a senior sales manager, driving tens of millions of dollars of performance in large organizations. So I love talking about that in many different aspects of business, not only the channel that I'm in now, but I really understand the one-to-one selling process too, and how to deliver on a brand promise.
So for podcast listeners as well as our audience, this is someone who's an incredible resource, and I adore her. She just brings so much, and I could see somebody reaching out to you saying, I'm at a real crossroads, and I really need to figure out what I want to do. That person should connect to you. Now, what else is happening in your world that you want to talk about? Anything that we didn't cover that you wanted to share?
I think, just about my excitement and taking a look back in hindsight you know, the decisions that we make and the risks that we take, and the fear that we walk through, and how something really turns out to be a great idea. And today, you know, I really find success is defined as being happy and feeling fulfilled versus, you know, a huge pile of money. You know, I mean, the money factor is important to me. I'm kind of one of those people that is motivated and sales oriented by those things. But really, to have that work and life balance, to have the flexibility to call your own shots, you know, take a vacation whenever you want. That's been the pure joy to look back in hindsight and be able to say, wow, I've really carved out something special for myself.
And for your family. And I just saw your
Yes.
Facebook page. Congratulations to the kids. Wow. And they're going to school, they're going to be going to college, lots of different changes. So,
Yes.
audience members, I want you to steal this from Lynne, because this is what I steal from her every time I see her. It's embracing the change. It is as well going through and looking at your success from your own terms. The other word that you used is consistency, and I think that matters so much because we live in a world where everything's so quick, and you know, this influencer's popular, and then this is, and there's this to buy, and we have a lot of information coming at us. But the key is we have to be consistent toward our goals. So I want to thank Lynne and say to her that she's been an inspiration. You really are growing so much. Please, audience members, reach out to her. She's wonderful. I count her as a friend. I'm very, very blessed for that. Also want to invite all of you for our book club. We are going to pull up that shot. The Discovering Your Dawn, the Unlocking the Potential, as well as your strategic personal brand. You're not too late. Our graphic says we started December 31st, 2018, but you can join us anytime. The key with your strategic personal brand, and Lynne, I think you're reading it right now. It's a
Yes.
workbook, so you go through it, and
fun.
it helps you to grow those goals, but also to understand what it is that you really want. And then Discovering Your Dawn, Unlocking Your Potential. So I want to invite all of you to join us in that book club. I am doing direct messages with people. I'm always here to help you because we are your miracle resource. So I want to thank all of you for joining us today at Your Miracle Resource. Have a great day. And thank you, Lynne.
Oh, thank you.